Good morning. I think I've just lost about half a stone as I've just had my haircut. Anyway, this morning was prompted by a message in our private group from Paula, who talked about her journey a little bit, and I just wanted to share, and I haven't touched on this for a while actually, although the motto of what I say, the message of what I say pretty much says this all the time. It was nice to hear it from someone else's perspective, someone who's lost a good few stone, 3 stone in fact, but still has those battles with, well, I could be lighter. Morning, Jackie. I could be lighter. I could be fitter. I could look better in a costume. All these things, because we're never quite happy in that moment where we go, well, I could be better, so I'm still label. We label ourselves as something. Morning, Pat. Give me a hello if you're coming in. Let me know if you're on replay. Morning, Sarah. We start to kind of label ourselves as something. Then that label, or us thinking that we should be a different way, rather than actually focusing on the progress that we've done so far, can actually result us in giving up and weirdly getting further away from where we want to be, which really doesn't make sense, does it really? It's baffling, and we all do it. Like, we've all been guilty of it in any areas, not just weight loss or fitness, but also in the way of, it could be work. We write a few sentences down and we think, oh, I've done a few sentences, but I should have done more at this time. Now, the reason I put what if you were just one day away is that Paula mentioned about, morning Sue, morning Michelle. Paula actually mentioned about how what's been different is to just keep going. Where I'd normally have judged myself for not achieving X, Y and Z by now, wanting to do it faster, like half a pound a week wasn't enough. If you actually just consider, if you lost half a pound a week and you weren't finding it hard, which is what Paula mentioned, she's found something that's fitting her lifestyle, why would you ever stop? And if you just fast forward a few years and then just think, where would you be if you just kept going? That's what you need to think, not I should have done more by now, beating myself up, not being kind to ourselves. Then we just end up giving up, which actually means we go backwards, which is baffling really. And that is pretty much the difference. It's not about how many necessarily, whether carbs or fats, or it really is just keep going. Because what if you were just one day away from getting the results you want? Thank you, Natalie. What if you were just one day away from getting the results you want and then we just gave up? Thank you, Sue. We were one day away and we just gave up. And I can't stress this enough, because I reckon I should have documented this. The amount of messages I've had that might say something like, oh my God, I put on 2 pounds today. Then the day after, oh, I've lost them again. But at that moment is a crucial moment in actually changing our relationship with going, the fluctuations will happen. You have to, especially for women, more so. Around 4 pounds daily is considered normal. A normal fluctuation of 4 pounds daily. That's huge. So don't get too hung up on the scales at the same time. Morning, Julia. Hope we are all good. I would also just stress about tracking other wins. And this is going off on a bit of a tangent. How many times you exercise this week? How much water did you drink? How was your fruit and veg intake? How was your protein intake? Start to think about these things instead. And all of a sudden we have got wins that we're adding up. And let's face it, if you focus on the process and these habits, the rest will take care of itself. You might just have to put up with a few fluctuations, which, yeah, a slimming club might not be happy with. They might deem that as failure, but that's just their interpretation of that. And health is way more deeper than that. The psychosocial benefits of actually having a choice of socialising and not feeling guilty. The benefits of exercise that may slow your weight loss down at times. That sounds bonkers, but exercise can. Like the inflammation that it can cause short term from a bit of muscle ache using the muscles. But those good endorphins that make you feel good, that make you eat better the next day, week, year, all of a sudden we're starting to make better progress and we're keeping at it. Because the exercise makes us feel good, so we feel like we have more of a purpose with that. Not to mention how this changes our body shape, which makes it less about weight. I'm going off on one now. Thank you, Julia. Morning, Laura. Anyway, that is a wrap from me. Hope that helps. Any questions, as always, let us know. Off to Devizes later today, where I'm actually apparently going to do some painting. So let's see at our studio there. Then some one-to-ones before this evening. So have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.